Hello guys and welcome to my latest YouTube video. This is going to be me reviewing my polished performance against Navi Juniors in the latest ESEA season. Going through everything that happened in this match. I end the half with 115 ADR, 6 entry kills, 20 kills at that, and I'll be showing you everything from peaks to rotations, what happens if you have a bad spawn, the whole 9 yards, so that you'll be able to implement it into your own games as well. So remember to like, comment and subscribe for more weekly content like this. We're going to be using refrag for the purpose of this video so that I'm able to rewind the demo quicker and also dive inside the server, dive into the demo, which I'll show you a bit later. And this is the first round that we win. It's the second round. We lost the pistol, as you can clearly see. The enemies have Galils and AKs, and I've already taken one of them out of the round. And the reason I want to show you this clip, guys, is one, it's the first kill I get in the game, but also it's the importance of the Force by Scout. On CT Inferno, this is the best duel you're going to get. The long range fight, you can jump across mid, you can get the information, and the guy's in a headshot angle, which is ideal for the Scout. It's round 3, we're versus an eco, as you can see here, Glocks and 1 Deagle, and I'm holding all of mid with just a smoke mid, and I'm holding boiler. As the smoke fades, I'm holding this mid-cross in a very tight angle because if there's a Deagle that peeks me, I don't want to be exposed to him. One of the biggest problems you have with the Scout, guys, is if you're holding an angle with a Scout and you tag him, you're still standing still and that guy can still fire back. I get 1 deagged a lot with the Scout, and when you play the tight angles like this, you minimize that chance. So I see players jumping out. A Deagle shot me, he's dinked me through the wall. But I don't panic. I chuck the Molotov out and I fall back towards long. I know I don't have time to fall back to Moto. So instead, I fall back to Arch. I get the Molotov out and I'm holding the angle here safe. And I'm calling for the rotations from my teammate already. I get the first kill onto Unbroken. And this is where I need to give a disclaimer. A big disclaimer. If you have an AWP, do not do what you're about to see now, and that's charge down ecos with a 5-7. I do this for 1, confidence, 2, to show them who's boss, but most importantly, I've got a scout. So if someone kills me and takes a scout, it's not the end of the world. If I die with an AWP and a terrorist player, even without armor, has an AWP, there's still a chance they can win the round. So you have to be very careful with that. It's round 5 now versus a 4-by round, and I want to show you guys what happens if you have a bad spawn. So I've got a bad spawn for A. I can't rush into apps. I could peek apps, but I can't rush into apps and go down the stairs. I can't jump across mid. I can't peek into boiler. There's lots of things I cannot do now with this spawn. So instead, I'm going to show you what I do. And that's going to be this one-way smoke towards long. And what this allows me to do, guys, is to, 1, create psychosis in mid. You know, if I'm peeking in towards apps, my teammates throw this mid smoke. If I'm peeking towards B, my teammates throw this mid smoke. However, because I've got a bad spawn, I'm going to throw this smoke. And I'm going to wait close to the wall here because I'm waiting to see if anyone from Mexico or from the ramp is spamming this smoke to deny exactly what I'm trying to do right now. No one's doing that. So hey presto, I peek out into second mid and I take down Unbroken and I get my team another entry kill to help us win the round. Round 6, and this is going to be an example of a very default round from me versus a 4-by. They have an AWP as well onto Rendy. So, I peek mid, I hold mid, and I'm seeing if anyone's wide peeking. I'm seeing if anyone's jumping Mexico, flashing mid. All of these sorts of things, I'm downloading that information. No one's there, so I peek in towards second mid, and this is very risky, guys. It's very risky because if there's an AWP here, you can see he sees my barrel, this little bit here. So you only have 1 or 2 seconds to take this fight. I spot someone jumping. I'm holding too tight of an angle. So even though I missed this shot, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, when I do this peek again, I know they're jumping. I'm going to hold a wider angle. They've seen my AWP towards long. So immediately, I'm switching with my teammate Rafix on short. And you can see on the radar, boom, I tell him, switching me, and he's running, and he's switching with me. Unfortunately, in the meantime, my lovely teammate, Agent K, dies in apps as he pushes and sees that they were lining up an apps pop. So, how do I react to that information? Again, you have to think on your feet. My teammate tells me they're doing an apps pop, so I'm throwing out the Molotov towards balcony, and I'm playing anti-flash. Why? Always when there's an apps pop, players are going to be jumping out of apartments with a flashbang from their teammate. So I tell my teammate I'm playing anti, and I tell him to take first contact. And that's exactly what he's doing here. So I'm anti-flash, and my teammate has first contact. I'm waiting. I'm peeking. Again, nothing's there, so I smoke apps. And now I'm holding. But I'm not going to hold forever, boys. I'm not going to freeze in place. Remember, as the AWPer, especially on Inferno, this is an overpass. You have to be dynamic. So now I'm searching for information. I step into the angle boiler. I step into the angle towards mid. And then boom, I wide swing and I trade my teammate Derpy on long. I get us a trade frag, and now we know mid's clear. And now we know it's B. Something very important that goes for all maps, not just Inferno, is when I'm retaking information and I'm retaking short here or mid control, is I'm not walking into these angles like this. This is not what you want to do. Instead, I'm stepping and I'm pre-firing the angles as I clear them. So I'm holding boiler and I step into the angle. I'm holding mid and I step into the angle. And this means if there is an AWP mid or if there is an AK in boiler, I have the advantage. I've given myself the highest odds to get the kill. It's round 7. It's the next round. And in the prior one, you saw they wanted to go for that apps pop. So immediately in the next round, I called to do a setup apps. And this setup here is nothing new, guys. You're going to see this in any pro match that you watch. And that's the AWPer, where I am here holding the stairs at this angle. And a rifler holding this off angle above the stairs with his back turned with full trust in me. So this is one you can very easily implement into your own games. And at this point, I start to fall back to go back to site, and my teammate calls that they're rushing mid. So I'm holding short from balcony, a very strong position, hits a nice flick, oof, and hit a nice jumping shot there as well. So I can't really teach that to you. You can either hit those shots or you can't. It's round 8, and I finally have the spawn for B. And it's in the freeze time where I'm going to be asking my teammates questions. Are they nading car? Are they smoking the half wall at the start of the round? If the answer is yes to those questions, you have to either change the peak or not do the peak at all. So thankfully, my teammates say they're not doing either of those things, so I'm able to go for this peak how I like to. And that's a smoke car from my teammate with the one way and a flash from my teammate. I throw my own flash off this wall in case anyone rushes. Boom, I peek out anti-flash and I take down Unbroken again. Round 9, I'm going to show you one of my favorite peaks to do on CT Inferno. And that is the jump peak from long to short, and I'll show you why. So I'm jumping, and I spot no one. And when I see no one ramp, and I see no one Mexico, I know it's clear now to hold this angle. And now if anyone tries to cross B from ramp, I'm going to know the information or get a kill. If anyone wide swings mid or jumps mid, I'm going to have the information or I'm going to have a kill. Unfortunately, I missed a shot on the guy jumping Mexico, but that's okay. I saw he had a pistol. I throw my Molotov out towards mid, and I instantly rotate towards long. And what's important here, guys, as you can see, the Molotov fades, and as the Molotov fades, I'm already back in position towards A long, so I know they can't be out mid. I'm holding mid again on this tight angle. I'm scared if there's going to be a deagle wide swinging me. I get the entry. Get the second kill. And I'm falling back. And that's what's important here, guys. You got to practice what you preach. When I had that Scout 5-7 versus the same buy, I'm rushing them down. When I've gone AWP on my back, I'm doing the complete opposite. And I'm falling back. I'm falling back. I'm with my teammate here in towards Arch. I missed this shot on the guy jumping again, but it's okay. No need to panic. My teammate here mops them up. And then I hit a nice little quickscope as well at the end. So it's round 11. This is going to be the last round of the half that I show you guys. And I'm going to show you something a little bit different. So things are as normal. This is what I do on a default round. I'm peeking mid. I'm seeing if there's anyone playing aggressive. When there's no one playing aggressive, I go for this peek in towards second mid. And look at the difference of this peek, guys. I'm holding about a 50% wider angle because I learnt earlier on in the match that they like to jump across this angle. So I'm showing my opponents that I'm learning and I'm holding a wider angle. Unfortunately for me, no one's there, but I fall back just in case an AWP spotted my barrel and they can wide swing mid and kill me. I fall back, and now I'm back to default. I'm holding the tight angle towards long. I want to show you guys how to have impact with the AWP outside of just getting kills. So I'm holding long, as you've seen, like normal, like default, and then the smoke comes in towards long, and now I have to make a decision on how I'm going to have impact with the AWP. I look on the map and you can see my teammates are playing a 3-man short setup to hold mid. But right now, only 2 out of the 3 are actually holding mid. This player here is having to hold apps. So, to help my team, I rotate in. And I'm holding apps. And I take that responsibility off of that third player. And you can see already 2, 3 players are now able to hold mid and help defend mid as a unit, as a cohesive unit. So I'm holding apps for my team. And we know that the apps player on my team is Agent K. And you'll see, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. And Agent K is able to get those 2 impactful kills against the T's, turn it into a 5v3. And that's because I took responsibility of apps and I enabled him to play for mid and to get those kills and to make the difference. So that's how you can also have impact on the game outside of just landing those nasty flicks and those great entry kills. And at this point in the game, guys, you can see here, I'm 20 kills, 4 deaths, 100, I think 50 ADR. I end the half in 4 more rounds at 115, so that's why it's on the thumbnail. But I still wanted to show you guys all the impact that I had across the board. If you enjoyed this video and if you learned something, subscribe to my channel, like the video for the algorithm to help me out, and I'll be releasing a new YouTube video once every week. I have another YouTube video just like this dropping next week versus Avantgarde, where I get 120 ADR in the half, so look out for that. And if you enjoyed it, I'm streaming every single day on twitch.tv/Byfield CSGO. So watch me there, I'll see you there, thank you guys, and I'll see you next week.